Hello everyone. My apologies for not streaming last night. My job is taking a serious toll on me, considering with all of this scare we've been having. It's just really freaking stupid. So let's see if we can do a little bit tonight, this afternoon. Time for fluidic destruction. Undine have started to invade the Dyson sphere. They've employed massive planet killers to destroy the Voth that were previously engaging in the Voth zone. Now the Undine have taken control of a portion of the sphere and are seeking to destroy it. The Alliance has sent Admiral Chalrex to lead the charge against the Undine. You can use your help if you can spare it. Okay, let's head to the sphere. And while we're there, we'll turn in the unexpected friend. Almost there.
Ah, come in. I have a special assignment that requires a delicate touch. A science ship on patrol in grid Beta 53-30 received an encrypted message from the Voth.
The Voth? Aren't we fighting them?
This wasn't a message from a military ship or the Voth leadership. This was an encoded short-ranged burst from a Voth science outpost. I think we may have a friend in the enemy's ranks. It'd be best if any communication from our side didn't come from our leadership, for reasons you'll soon see. I want you to pursue a dialogue with this individual. See if we can turn them into an ally. That is all.
Computer load file :1.
I'm trying to contact any member of the mammalian occupying force who is willing to open negotiations. I am Nellen Exel of the Voth Circle of Archaeology, and I believe that we have common scientific goals that can only be achieved without the interference of our respective militaries. Working alongside the best minds of the Voth Circles of Science, I have been studying this celestial structure, its function and its original inhabitants. Our work has yielded some troubling information for those seeking to uphold the doctrine that we are the original intelligent species in the Delta Quadrant. The Voth Ministry of Elders maintains that science is only valid if it supports their own fictions of history. I've lost too many colleagues to this terrible government censorship. What I've been able to discover on my own and away from government interruptions is that this sphere was created by a race under direct control of a species called the Iconians. Even ignoring the huge cache of records we found here, the mere existence of this sphere proves that there are powerful entities my government refuses to acknowledge, perhaps to our ultimate doom. I will not be so naive. Left high and dry by my own people, I am left with few options. There must be a sympathetic ear out there that realizes we have entered the nest of an enemy that neither of us are prepared to face alone.
Computer record a new message to Nolan Alexo of the Voth Circles of Science. That scene does not last too long. Okay, let's head to the sphere, the Undine Battle Zone. Just going to be a little while to cover these two next areas. Well, let's see if we can defeat the Voth fleet. That helped one of them.
Captain, you are in the Undine battle zone. Our goal is to close fluidic rifts to destroy Undine planet killers. Here is our plan. This is a map of the battle zone. We have 3 different methods of closing the rifts. When a rift is open, the area is red. When we close a rift, it will change to blue. Closing rifts advances our progress, shown by this meter. When it is full, we can launch our attack on the planet killers. We must defeat at least one planet killer for the operation to be considered a success.
Good luck.
The fight in the Undine battle zone is going at least for a long time. Going to last for a long time. Admiral Charles Rex is going to need all the help he can get to push the Undine back and out of the sphere. I agree. Recent events have underscored the threat posed by the Undine. Native species of fluidic space, these aliens have infiltrated galactic powers, including the Federation, by using their shape-shifting and telepathic abilities in an attempt to form a united front against this threat. I have called for a summit to discuss the means by which various governments of the Alpha and Beta quadrants can detect and neutralize the Undine presence. The location for these talks will be the Jenolan Dyson Sphere. Control of the site is currently under dispute by the Federation, the Klingon Empire, and Romulan Republic. However, I believe that access to the sphere could be a secondary concern to that of the Undine threat. Your experiences in the field may prove to be a valuable perspective as well as moderating influence. Please attend as a representative of the Federation. Understood. Excuse me.
Last time on Star Trek Online.
We are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons.
I see now my deception has been exposed.
Starfleet has lost too many ships and too many good men and women to a fight we now know was caused by Iconian and Undine influence.
Is that...
An Iconian gateway? Yes, I believe it is.
Into the gateway, now!
Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Sir, we've been scanning the gateway. The monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. We are within the Solanae Dyson Sphere, a spherical structure built around a star.
We now know why the sphere generates vast amounts of Omega particles. It is designed to use those particles as fuel to jump to any area of space.
It now appears that the Genolan sphere had the same jump capabilities as the Solanae and moved to this location.
You're not Cooper.
We will repel the Undine and survive to warn the Alpha Quadrant of the renewed threat. The Undine are a threat to us all. I propose a summit. We must decide together what we must do to protect the Alpha Quadrant. Our disputes may need to be put aside in the face of a greater enemy.
And now, the continuation.
Welcome to the Delta Quadrant. I will admit that I did not expect to be here with Voyager again. It is agreeable. Thank you for agreeing to attend this conference and supporting my position on the Undine. However, reaching a consensus today will be difficult. Many different agendas will be represented here today. I will speak to you in person shortly. Tuvok out.
Understood.
Welcome to the Genolan Dyson Sphere. Please beam down to these coordinates.
I'm glad to have you here. This conference is a significant opportunity for our people, but given our relatively new position, I feel it can be hard to get the other galactic powers to see us as anything more than helpless refugees. That needs to change. Please follow me to the conference room. I have a feeling we have a long day ahead of us.
Lead on, Commander. Actually, I'm doing the leading.
It is my sincere hope that the Romulan Republic will join the galactic community in addressing the threat posed by the Undine. This is also an opportunity to open dialogues regarding other pertinent matters. I would recommend assisting your pro-council while we complete our final preparations. The talks will begin shortly.
Understood.
I have some concerns about this conference, but I am sure that you will be able to allay them. My only goal is to ensure that our people's desires are not overlooked.
What does the Republic need done?
I would be gratified if you would assist me with the following issues. What transpires at this conference may not be accurately represented later. In order to prevent other parties from abrogating their agreements, place recording devices so the Republic will have its own records of what transpires here. This will not only protect Romulan interests, it will protect our allies. As a neutral party with full records, this conference should not be a new source of conflict for the Klingons and Federation. The other groups here will have their own secret goals. Please monitor communications so that the Republic is not surprised by any of their demands. You should be able to use one of the consoles set up for the conference.
I'll represent our peoples with distinction, Pro-Consul.
Conference security. don't want the Romulans to think that we're...
The preliminary tasks are complete. You should speak with Admiral Tuvok again.
The delegates have all arrived. The presentation will begin shortly. You have some time to familiarize yourself with the other ambassadors and their positions. I suggest that you do so.
Very well.
The Xindi are here to support Admiral Tuvok's call for cooperation. We know what tragedies befall a people who are being manipulated by outsiders, as we once were. The Undine's lies and manipulation remind us of the Sphere Builders, whose deceptions led us to make one of the greatest mistakes in our history. There are 5 races on my world. We all know reaching a consensus can be difficult, but the Xindi are living proof that if we put aside animosity, our differences can make us stronger.
Thank you.
The Federation's position is quite clear. We believe the only way to safeguard the future of the Alpha and Beta Quadrants is for all the galactic powers to behave as reasonable entities and work together to oppose those who would threaten our worlds. It doesn't matter if that threat comes from the Undine, the Borg, or the Iconians. The response is the same.
Hello, Tomb Raider. That was unexpectedly brief. Thank you, Ambassador. That's okay, you can't type. I can hardly speak today.
The Romulan Republic has thus far proven to be a fairly reliable ally. If you wish to continue to make a positive impression on the Empire, when you speak with the other delegates, you should underscore the severity of the threat posed by these shapeshifters. You are familiar with the machinations of the Tal Shiar. Imagine if they had the ability to appear as anyone at any time. That is the danger of the Undine.
Thank you, Ambassador. I am well, Tomb Raider, just a little tired.
We will have an opportunity to take a leadership role here. Our knowledge of the Solanae sphere should be an advantage. In addition, we control the gateway to the spheres in Taudewa space. We've built a home, and you fought to preserve it. Now, we need to secure our place among the stars.
That's not the only thing we need to decide here. What about the Undine?
Yes, the Undine. Very interesting. My security advisors have been looking over the data, and we are all very curious to hear what you and Admiral Tuvok have to say on the matter.
Thank you for attending. Proconsul, please take a position at the podium.
You've spoken with representatives of all of the delegations. You should return to Admiral Tuvok.
We are almost ready to begin. Will you complete the final preparations for the conference while I speak to Captain Sean? After that, your assistance in encouraging everyone to take their seats would be appreciated. I must join the Federation delegation.
Understood. I'll finish preparations and direct people to their seats.
Ah, it seems the time has come at last. Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome, Counselor.
I was just going. Don't rush me.
Thank you for taking your seat.
Oh, yes, I will take my seat.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing a Romulan playthrough this time.
I suppose we can begin.
Thank you for taking your seat.
You can start the presentation from the control console.
It's a Federation-aligned character. Yeah, I've done the Klingon side once. Really no difference.
The Undine represent a clear and present danger to not only the Federation, but also the Klingon Empire and Romulan Republic. The damage done here by a mere handful of ships is clear evidence for the need for cooperation.
With respect, Admiral, the Romulan Republic is quite capable of leading exploration and security measures here, just as we have led efforts to secure the Solanae sphere. My militia.
I find it interesting that the Federation suddenly has concerns about the Undine now. Where was the Federation when the Empire discovered Undine infiltrators in the Alpha Quadrant? Or is the Federation only interested now the Undine threatens something you want?
Given the exceptionally complicated nature of such...
Ambassador, given what we now know, that was a mistake. The Empire recognized the Undine threat years ago. We didn't.
You admit you are wrong?
The evidence provided by Admiral Tuvok and his team is sound.
Thank you, Captain Sean. However, dwelling on past mistakes will not solve the problems of the present.
Our fleet stands ready to protect both spheres from the Undine.
The Undine can wait. We have more important business to discuss.
Oh, quiet down, Gwen.
Who owns this sphere? I represent a consortium of businessmen on Ferenginar. We are prepared to invest significant venture capital into transforming this sphere into a vacation destination to rival Risa. I have a proposal of 500,000 bar of... What's that?
Tuvok to Voyager. Report.
A massive fleet of Undine vessels just appeared from a rift. They're setting a course for the gateway.
The Undine? What do they want?
Unknown. Drop to Lisette. Track their course.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. We're receiving a distress signal from Earth's space dock.
Sean to Federation Fleet. Red alert. Prepare for immediate departure.
The Federation is our enemy, but the Undine attack like assassins in the night.
We will crush the Kamikuv!
Red alert, all hands.
A significant Undine force is headed for the Sol system. The issue of the spheres, and your people's alliance with the Federation, will be meaningless unless the Undine are stopped. Are you willing to join the fight?
Indeed. Now we can see what this Discovery Constitution is like.
Species 8472 is already boarded Earth space dock. Once we are through the gateway, we must render assistance as soon as possible. I am picking up several distress calls from across the system. Curious. There are fewer Undine vessels than we witnessed using the gateway.
Any word from Starfleet Command?
Negative. The subspace relay booster network appears to be offline. I am reading Undine ships attacking Earth space dock, as well as attacks on the lunar colonies and the orbital habitat on the far side of Earth.
We need to split our forces if we're going to stop the Undine in multiple locations.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
Understood, we'll head towards Earth space dock.
Fine. Jarrah and I will clear the far side of the planet.
Good hunting.
Enterprise will set course for Luna.
Fortescue and Reset will lead the fight on the far side of Earth.
My ship is operational. We will fall in and help you make a drive for the space door. Sol will not be safe as long as species 8472 vessels remain in the system.
Not to worry, Tuvok, they'll be dealt with shortly.
Earth's space dock is taking severe structural damage. Undine ships are still present. Our work is done.
There are still Undine ships in the system. We must eliminate them.
If we do not hurry, Earth's space dock may be destroyed.
Tethys Dreadnought, inbound.
The Undine on the other side of the planet were no match for Klingon warriors.
Excellent, Torin.
Lunar colony secure.
We will put an end to this together.
Any ships still in range? There are Undine hunting parties on Earth's space dock. We're fighting them, but comms are spotty. I was lucky to get an external signal working. We need any assistance you can spare.
You trust us on your station?
You're supposed to be our allies, aren't you? Right now, I'd let the Borg on board if they'd help us drive out the Undine.
We'll render what assistance we can.
I've received orders from New Romulus. In light of this situation, the Lisette is being recalled to defend the homeworld. You should stay here and assist Starfleet. They sound like they need your help.
Understood. Admiral Tuvok, recommendations?
The boarding parties on Earth space dock should be our main concern. The Undine will be attempting to cripple Starfleet operations, gain valuable data, and capture ranking officers. We cannot afford to allow them to succeed. I am prepared to beam down immediately. Your assistance will greatly improve our chances of success.
Let's do it, Tuvok. Well, the ship didn't handle too bad. Just the Undine rift killed my hull.
Earth space dock has sustained severe damage from multiple Undine boarding parties. We must locate Admiral Quinn. The most expedient path to the Admiral's office is through those doors. Our mission objectives are clear. We must ascertain the whereabouts of Admiral Quinn and expel all Undine boarders. Teams from other ships have beamed to lower decks here in the station. While the Klingons' willingness to assist the Federation is unexpected, it is gratifying to be united in purpose with our allies from the Republic.
Understood. Let's find Quinn. There's someone crying nearby. I need help. Oh, Mr. Meow.
Everything hurts. Oh. What? Who? Admiral Tuvok? And... I'm sorry. I can't remember if we've met before.
What happened here?
I don't... What? The windows! They came through the windows, walking on the hull. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Earth is supposed to be safe.
He seems very rattled, Admiral. What can you do? What can we do?
Indeed. I can initiate a mind meld. It will calm him, and I will be able to learn what he knows about the attack. This is not normally something I would suggest, but I believe that in this instance it is necessary.
Do what you need to do. I'll keep watch.
My mind to your mind. My thoughts to your thoughts.
Great time to lose the battery. Yeah, exactly. Great time.
I'm feeling better now. Thank you. The Undine, yes. They just appeared in close orbit. We were taken by surprise and none of the defense systems worked. I don't know why. They've been killing people. I don't know what they want, but they've been systematic about their attacks. They want something.
Perhaps you should stick with us.
There is more going on with these boarding parties than mere destruction. Phaser fire. There are more Starfleet officers fighting nearby.
We should see if they need help.
We need to manually activate the fire suppression systems.
I'll see the panel to activate the extinguishers.
I thought Earth space dock would be a quiet assignment.
That's alright, Rarick.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
Admiral Tuvok, I'm gonna help hold this position. I'm not much of a soldier, but I can make repairs and help keep this area clear of Undine. I hope Admiral Quinn is okay. He was on comms a few minutes ago, but the transmission was cut off.
Concentrate on fighting the Undine. We will find Admiral Quinn.
Be cautious. There are more Undine nearby.
I'll stay here. Good luck.
Thank you.
The damage is extensive, but we will rebuild. First, however, we must drive Species 8472 back to fluidic space. Admiral Quinn. The shape-shifting nature of Species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed with caution to avoid being caught unaware again. Clearly, Admiral Quinn is not here. He may be still alive elsewhere on the station. The logical course of action amid so much chaos will be to re-establish the chain of command.
How do you propose we take command here?
Perhaps we can establish more reliable communications by directly linking to the Starbase's internal systems. The consoles here can be used for that purpose. Make the attempt. I will keep watch for more Undine.
Be in your guard. I'll be busy linking internal comms.
I will cover you.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Of course, I walk right through the fire.
Who is this? Communications are damaged.
One moment.
This is Admiral Quinn.
How do we know you're the real Admiral Quinn?
I suppose that's a valid question. Admiral Tuvok, we spoke briefly about your mission right before you reported back to Voyager. You mentioned your wife and said it was fortunate you had time to visit Vulcan to see T'Pel before the conference. I suppose an Undine could have discovered that information, but it's unlikely.
I believe you, Admiral.
Admiral, what is your status?
I'm pinned down in my office with Egan. We've been trying to get internal comms and sensors working. What's your status?
The Undine are still present, but your officers are doing what they can to hold the station.
The Undine boarding parties appear to have some goal in mind, but we are unsure as to what it might be. Admiral, I suggest you hold your position. We will make our way to you.
Hold on, we're on our way.
Stay alert for more imposters. Ambush.
An ambush I was ready for.
There are still more Undine on the station. I can feel their anger. way is blocked. There may be an alternate route on the upper deck. Admiral Quinn and Commander Egan are below. The Admiral appears to require medical treatment. It is agreeable to see you, Admiral.
Quinn is dazed but does not appear to be critically injured. You will survive this, Admiral.
Thank you. Now, maybe we should... Commander Egan!
Admiral, what's happening?
Egg? Where are you going?
One moment, Admiral.
Intriguing. The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected. That being said...
The weak will perish, and you are
He is tapping into the bioship's power plants.
Egan was an Undine? That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming, and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn, didn't see that coming.
What should we do now?
Egan. It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
Tuvok! Hello, Tuvok. Egan was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us. Tuvok!
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Kronos. Their real target is Kronos.
Captain Corin.
Come. Kronos may not have much time. Your people know what it is like to lose a homeworld. We must help the Klingons save theirs.
Pink Matrix catsuit, 1 to beam up, laying a course for Kronos, maximum warp.
We have arrived in the Kronos system. At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our arrival from the Undine. The Klingon homeworld defense fleet has engaged the bulk of the Undine forces, but they appear to be taking heavy casualties.
Corin interrupts.
I see that neither the Federation nor the Romulan Republic take this matter seriously. No matter. The Klingon Empire is accustomed to defending the Quadrant from shapeshifters. Come. Since your people have sent you as their token, let us waste no more time!
Reinforcements are on their way.
The Romulans have promised additional aid, as has Starfleet Command. The Enterprise is contacting all available ships and...
Corin interrupts again.
So you say, but all you have are words. Even the Romulans sent assistance, as meager as it may be.
We are here to fight. More ships are on their way. As you will see, Corin.
That was only a small force. The rest of the Undine fleet will not be so easily defeated.
The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
I calculate our current chances.
In case if anyone else from Starfleet had bothered to show up! The tide may turn against us.
We are at a
This will
distinct
be our
tactical
day of
disadvantage.
glory! Think of it as an increase in your opportunities to die with honor.
My apologies for being late.
One more ship?
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
This is Admiral Ashley Merlin. I'm taking command of the task group. Follow my lead.
What is that thing?
The Undine have brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons!
The Undine have a new planet killer!
Target that ship, and fire all weapons!
No effect! They're too strong!
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical. Fire when ready.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire. I can get the Aquarius into firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields, but someone will need to keep the Undine distracted.
That job is me.
The Aquarius is beginning its attack run.
Sean's attacking us. Sacrificing his ship. His life.
We must assist Captain Sean to conquer his admiral.
Weapons are offline. This is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting locked now, sir. He did it, sir! The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room! Did you get him?
We have...
Captain Sean to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
The High Council sent a message saying they wish to speak with you. They have requested we transport directly to the High Council chambers.
Beam to Kronos.
There are many here who have seen the danger Species 8472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Kronos from the Undine. However terrible, this battle did have one benefit. Today's fight opened the door to what may be a lasting peace between the Federation and the Empire. Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formalities will begin soon. Until then, I must take the time to speak to others who were instrumental in the success of this mission.
We face great threats, but we will also celebrate great victories.
That was a close one, but I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. It would have been a worthy sacrifice. Your people still feel the pain of losing a world. We can't let that happen again.
Glad you're still here, Captain.
Thank you for your assistance during the attack on Earth. You have proven we did the right thing when we allied with the Republic.
Thank you, Admiral.
Your people are survivors, as are mine. Survival may dictate an end to our conflict with the Federation.
Thank you, Ambassador.
I never thought I would be pleased to see a Romulan at my back, but you fight with honor and the ferocity of a true warrior. However, I now see that Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation as well. The time for our battle against Starfleet has passed. We should turn our blades toward the real enemy. I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
Thank you, Captain.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire. There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
I agree, Ambassador.
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
Thank you, Proconsul.
The 5 races of the Zindi once tried to exterminate humanity. But through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having. The Undine are here, and they're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
Thank you.
I'm glad we were here to help our allies. It wasn't our fight, but helping to save Sol and Kronos was the right decision. This is the future my father dreamed of.
Thank you, Commander.
I admit I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured that the Undine will pay. We will hunt down every last Kameku and destroy them for what they have done here today.
I'm glad we are here to save your world.
You fought well for a Romulan.
Thank you.
Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
So, you are the heroes of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one who can...
We give you a single warning to not attract our attention again.
What was that?
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
The Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species 8472 has been an unknowing catspaw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again.
But the conflict between the Federation and the Empire is over.
There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords.
What happens now?
Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
Jolan true. Until next time, Admiral. Pink latex catsuit, one to beam up. And this is where I'm going to end this stream. So everyone have a good rest of your day, and I might be back later tonight. I am humbled by your magnitude of your heroism and your sacrifices. Though it was my sincere hope Romulan Republic could establish a strong presence in the galaxy and walk the tightrope of alliance between both the Federation and the Klingon Empire, you have saved both of them. The threat of the Iconians hangs over us, but you have shown that no matter the scope of our trials, they can be overcome. Go with my thanks and my hopes.